In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make abstract classes in Unity, as well as how to make special effects for every single brick in Breakout. Now, stay tuned with me to the end of the video. Hello guys, so starting with our video, first off, I'm going to make the abstract class, in which our case it's the box class. So how to make an abstract class, and why do we need an abstract class? So what is an abstract class? First off, you need to put public abstract before the name of the, or before class. You see here, for instance, we have public class and the name. Now for the abstract class, we need to write abstract before the class. So what are abstract classes? In a nutshell, abstract classes are classes that cannot be recreated or instantiated. So in a simple way, you can say that it doesn't need to be attached to any game object to function. But in matter of fact, other scripts can inherit from it to abstract methods. So what are abstract methods? Abstract methods are methods that doesn't need a body on the main abstract class. So you don't need to provide a body here. You can see I have a private void on collision enter 2D, and I am calling a method called collide, right? So every time this is collided with, it's going to call this function here, this method. But you can see there is no body for this collide. I just wrote protected abstract void. Now protected, one of the main reasons of using abstract class is to protect the data from the user, right? So here I wrote protected abstract void to make an abstract method. So what is collide and how can we use it? Now, you know that we need to make every single box. We have different types of boxes and different types of special effects for every single box. So for the standard box, I'm just going to inherit from the box. So instead of inheriting from mono behavior, you can see I just inherited from the box. That means I can access the collide method. And now here I can provide the body for this collide method. Here I just wrote destroy game object, protected override void, collide, and destroy game object. For the freezer box, it's just the same, and for the bonus box, it's just the same. We are going to add functionality later in the video. So this is abstract classes and how to make them. Now, heading back to Unity, I'm going to make our score, right? So here I'm just going to make another text. I'm going to call it score. Sorry. I wrote core instead of score. Okay. So we are done now. And here I'm just going to set it to 0. For the font size, it's going to be, let's say, 30. And for the width and height, I'm going to say, let's say, 350. I'm going to align this, and I'm going to also make it totally black. Now actually I need to make it a little bit bigger, and now I'm going to push it up in the place of the ball's remaining text. And for the ball's remaining text, I'm just going to drag it on the x-axis a little bit. I'm just going to drag it over there, and actually I'm going to also make it a little bit showing that it's balls remaining. So I'm going to make a new image. I'm going to add the ball sprites just like this. Now I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. Oh, okay, no, 60, 30. What the hell? Okay, 30. I think it should be a little bit smaller. Too small. Okay, sorry for the inconveniency. I'm going to drag it a little bit, and I'm going to drag it upward, just like this. Okay, so now we know that this is equal to the balls, and this is the score text. So here I'm going to go to my score and I'm going to go to my HUD script. Where is it? Here it is. I'm going to open it in Visual Studio and I'm going to make to serialize another field, and it's a text, and I'm just going to call it score. I just score, right? And now I'm going to drag this score, and after I drag this score, I'm going to set it first off to score.text is equal to the initial value. So what is the initial value? I'm going to make an int and I'm going to call it points. Yeah, points, right? And I'm going to initialize this as 0. So here is going to be equal to points dot toString. And now I'm going to detect, or actually make a new public void called add points. Okay, and this actually takes an int point or points, right? And now for every time this is called, I'm going to add this points to the initial points function variable, I mean. So here I'm going to write points plus equal points, and this should, or actually now I need to what is it called, to modify the text once more. So I'm just going to drag, or actually copy this right there, and we are all done, I think. I hope, I would say. So here we're gonna take the add points from some kind, and it's going to provide us with the points, and I'm going to modify the text to the points. So I'm going to go to the standard box and we are going to try. So I need to make a protected HUD script, and I'm going to access this HUD, right? So how can we do this? Actually, I don't need to do, I'm going to write it like this. And now I am going to write HUD is equal to find object of type HUD. Now I need to provide some kind of a type, and this is of type HUD. That's great. Now I am going to access this HUD from my script. I'm going to say HUD dot add points, right? I call this add points, and I'm going to add 1 point for the standard box, and this is done. So every time the standard box gets hit, the score should be added, one point should be added to the score. Now I'm going to head back to Unity and see how is it working. We are just waiting for it to compile. I know it's quite slow. We are going to play some game, right? While we are waiting. Okay, it's done. I'm going to start. All errors does not exist in the current context. Standard, I made a mistake. So after being an idiot for a couple of minutes, I realized that I don't actually have any mistake. The point is, I didn't just save my box script, you know. So like an idiot, you can see that the code is unchanged. I just didn't save. So before we try this, I'm going to show you my box manager and the modifications I have made. So as I said, we are going to spawn what is it called? Different types of boxes. One of them is freezer, one is bonus, and one is a standard. So how can we do this? So instead of passing 0 to my box array to spawn the first of the array, the first element of the array, we are going to actually pass a random number from 0 to 10 or from 0 to 20, as much as you want, as big as your array is. So what am I going to benefit from making the array bigger? You are going to make the chances of a certain box appears higher or lower. So now I have an array of 10 objects. Let's say I want 50% chance to spawn a standard box. What is going to happen? That I'm going to put 5 boxes in the array, as we are going to see. Now I have made an int box number and I set it to random range from 0 to 10. And I'm going to pass my number here in the box array. I'm also going to restart the random range of the box number for every iteration. Now heading back to Unity, I'm going to go over to my array. You can see I have 10. 5 of them is a standard box, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually 6 of them. So 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually 6 of them. So we have 60% chance of a standard box appearing. And you can see here, I just have to add my standard script. Now I'm going to make 2 other boxes. One of them is bonus, one of them is freezer. Bonus, I'm going to put it at order of layer at 1. I'm going to add my bonus script as well as a box collider with the bouncy material. And for the freezer box, I'm going to also put the order in layer at 1, add a box collider 2D with the bonus material, as well as I'm going to add my freezer. Okay, this is a freezer. Now I'm going to drag both of them to my I'm going to add both of them to my freezer, to my prefab folder, and I'm going to delete both of them from the scene. Now going and heading back to our box manager, I'm going to drag those 2 here with 20% chance each to appear. Okay, we are all set. Now I'm going to start the game. And boom, boom, and we are done with this functionality. You can see that I have 2 lives here. Okay, I'm going to lose the ball for you to see. Here it is. And you can see I'm spawning my, I'm actually getting the right score number. So let's head back to my bonus. This is additional stuff. Or actually I'm going to go to the HUD.add points, and I'm going to add for the freezer, let's say 1. And for the bonus boxes, I want to add 2. Right, so I'm just waiting for it to compile, and I'm going to go to the scripts. I'm going to open my bonus script, and I'm going to say HUD.add points and 2. 20. Wow. And 2. So every time I hit a bonus box, this is going to add 2 points. Every time I'm going to hit a freezer box, this is going to add 1 point. So for the freezer, we are going to add additional functionality, but I would say we would leave this to the next video, because we need to make some functionality for, let's say, freezer box. And I think I'm going to add another box. We will see. Let's make it a surprise, right? And now I'm heading back to Unity and running the game. Okay, 1, 1, 1, and 2. And this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed this. This is how to make an abstract class, abstract methods, and how to make score as well as functionality for every single box. Now you can take this and put it in different aspects of games. You can use this abstract methods anywhere you want. I hope you found this video informative, and if you found it so, then please hit the like and subscribe button for more videos like this one. So, peace out.